Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying on some new makeup for you guys. Now it's not new to the makeup world, but it is new to me. These are some products that I picked up from Five Below. They are all from the LA Colors makeup line. I have tried a few of the LA Colors shadows and some lip pencils, but I haven't really tried a lot of their products. So I was really excited to pick up some foundation, concealer, bronzer, and an eyeshadow palette and a blush palette so that I can come on here and share them with you. I have tried a couple of these products before filming this video. I wanted to test them out and let you guys know how they actually performed. So I will be talking about that in the video and at the end of the video. So yeah, if you want to see how these LA Colors products perform and you want to hear my thoughts, then just keep watching. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the eyes and I'm going in with the Skin Tone Eye Primer by NYX. So this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna use my finger to apply it. So I did pick up one of the Nude palettes. These are the colors that are in here. They do have words on them that'll say like lid or crease or highlight. I'm not gonna use them by what they say in here. I'm just gonna use it the way I feel comfortable. So these are the shades, really beautiful, warm tone shades. There are a couple of neutral shades in here. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk round brush. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Ooh, that's pigmented. Kind of going back and forth. Wow, that's nicely pigmented. Pretty shade too. The next shade I'm going to go to is this shade right here. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk tapered brush. This one's a little bit smaller, so I'm going to go into the crease with that. I'm floored, guys. These are really good. So I'm going to go in with this ColourPop E25 brush. I'm going to use this shade here all over the lid. So just patting it into the lid. That's a pretty shade. Now what I want to do is take that same brush and go into this highlight right here. And I'm going to put that highlight on the center of my lid. And that highlight has like some pink undertone to it. So I have like no fallout, but I'm gonna go ahead and just clean the edges up. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these lashes. These are by Salon Perfect. I got these at Walmart and they're the double stacked 614. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my duo glue and put these on really quickly. I went ahead and put on my lashes and I also did my eyebrows. I used my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is in dark brown. And then I also use the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel in dark brown as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the foundation. I did purchase the LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. I have worn this already like maybe 4 or 5 times. And I really do like it. The only thing is it's a little bit heavier, but it's still a really good foundation. So I am gonna go ahead and place this on my skin. I do go in with about 1.5 to 2 pumps. I am going to use a brush with it because I do like the way it applies with a brush better than with a sponge. And you'll see here, it has a very thick consistency. The shade I have is Warm Honey. I felt like Warm Honey was probably the closest to my shade. There weren't a lot to choose from and I haven't looked online, but I will list for you how many shades they do have so you guys will know if they have a big shade range or not. I just can't remember seeing too many shades in store. So yeah, so see, this has more of like a peach undertone, but it does go on a little bit thicker. I still do like it, guys. I think for the price, you can't beat it. This is just 1 pump and you'll see it has pretty good coverage, so that's why I only have to go in with maybe 1 to 1.5 pumps. Now I will say that I use a more hydrating primer with this because it is a little bit thicker. So today I did go in with my by Terry primer, the Hyaluronic primer, because I really feel like with this foundation, your skin needs to be a little bit more moisturized. So this is what it looks like with 1.5 pumps. I feel like it looks really smoothing on the skin and it has really good coverage. And I'm not gonna go in with another 1/2 pump. So basically I used 1.5 pumps with this. So for concealer, I did go ahead and get the Ultimate Cover Concealer. This is in the shade Natural. I will say that this is a very good concealer. I have worn it already when I've worn the foundation and I really do like the consistency of it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here, down my nose, forehead, a little bit on the sides of my nose. I've been putting it on the sides of my nose because I feel like my nose gets a little red. So I've been using concealer on the sides of my nose. So I'm just blending it with this It Cosmetics concealer brush. I don't have a sponge that's wet and I'm being lazy. I don't want to go wet one, so I'm just using this brush, and this brush does a good job of blending my concealer. I've had it for such a long time. But this concealer, guys, looks so smooth under the eyes, and I love how it has a brightening effect to it. I know that there weren't many shades in store of this as well, but I will list how many shades they do have online. All right, so you guys know I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape. I don't need a lot with this foundation because, like I said, it has really good coverage. So I just put like a little bit, very little, and then I just press it in with the brush. I am gonna set my concealer. I don't have a setting powder from LA Colors, so I'm gonna use my oversized powder by Patric Starr. So I'm just pressing that onto the concealer. I don't need much of this powder. And then I also use it for my Tarte Shape Tape and down my nose, pretty much my T-zone. For the rest of my face, I am gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Powder and Honey. Just putting that all over. So I did purchase this LA Colors bronzer. This is in Golden. There were 2 other shades, but they looked like they had more red in them. And I'm really not a big fan of like red bronzers. So this is what it looks like. I think this is like the perfect shade for me. So I'm hoping this will work out because it is such a pretty color. I'm going in with this ColourPop F30. This does have like a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not like overpowering. So I'm just going to place that on the cheek. Oh, that's so pretty. Some on my forehead. Take some on my chin. All right, let's move on to the blush. I did pick up the Show It Off Blush and Highlight Palette. So that's what it looks like. I think these 2 are blushes and these 2 are highlights. Let me swatch these really quick. So as you can see, this is like a shimmer highlight. This is more like a matte white shade, probably just to highlight like this area here if you just wanted to kind of brighten it up. And then there's 2 blush shades. I think what I'm gonna do is take this shade right here. It's more of a, kind of like a peachy tone. Ooh, and it is powdery. So let me just press it onto my skin. I don't know about that blush. That one has a little bit of shimmer in it. Let's go over it with this one. I don't know. Looks kind of chalky. Yeah, looks really chalky. So now I'm gonna go in with the highlighter, the only highlighter that they have in here, the shimmer one. Okay. I don't have an LA Colors lip product, but I am gonna go in with this Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner. This is in the shade Epic. I am gonna go in with this blush by e.l.f. It's one of their putty blushes. The reason I'm gonna go in with this is because I did not like the blush that I put on. I felt like it was very chalky and it looks kind of like gray. I don't know why, but to me it looks a little gray. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that e.l.f. blush on top. Just kind of give it some color. These e.l.f. putty blushes are so good. Yeah, that is way better. Okay, so now let's go into lipstick. For lips, I'm gonna go in with the Baddest Beige lipstick by Maybelline. This is the shade. I'm so glad I pulled this out. I love this lipstick and this combination. I have like 3 or 4 of those because I love this shade so much, and I absolutely love the combination too of the lip liner and the lipstick itself. This eyelash here just keeps drooping, and I've pushed that sucker up I don't know how many times. It just keeps like going lower and lower as we're going through the video. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and place this shade first and then go in with that shade right over it. And then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Smudge Proof Mascara for my lower lashes. All right guys, let's go ahead and go over these products. As you guys know, I have used the foundation and the concealer. Now I will say that the concealer has to be one of my favorites. It's very smoothing under the eye, it brightens up the eye, and it also has very, very good coverage. So I really do love this concealer. And as far as the foundation, I love the way the foundation looks on the skin. It's full coverage, looks smooth on the skin, blends really well. It's long wearing. I don't have any real issues with it other than it does go on a little bit heavier. But other than that, guys, it's a great foundation, especially for the price. I think I paid maybe $5 for this. It is a great foundation. It doesn't come off matte like it says. It says truly matte. I think it comes off more like a semi-matte. And it does have like a little slight glow to it. So I do love this foundation. I wish that they had like a shade where there was a little bit more of like a yellow undertone, because this one has more of like a peach undertone. But either way, it still works out once I put the powder and the bronzer and the blush and all that good stuff. So yeah, really like these two products. If you guys have not tried the LA Colors concealer and the foundation, I would definitely check them out at Five Below or online. The next product that I loved was the bronzer. Of course, this bronzer is like right up my alley. It is like the perfect shade for me. I do like bronzers that are more on the neutral, kind of like the in-between a warm bronzer and a cool bronzer. So I do love this shade. I think it adds just the right amount of warmth to the skin, and it blended really well into that foundation and powder. So yeah, I really do like this. I am gonna be using this quite a bit. I'm gonna leave it up here on my desk because I wanna grab for this a lot more. The next thing that I'm super impressed with is this Nude palette. This palette went on so pigmented. It was easily blendable. It doesn't look muddy. Everything just came together beautifully. So I really do love this palette, and I do want to try maybe the more brighter colors. They did have some blues and purples. So yeah, I want to go back to the store and see if I can pick up another palette just so that I can compare it to this one, because this one is really good, guys. I can't believe how well these shadows worked. So yeah, this performed really well. And the last thing I want to show you is the one that I did not like, and it was the Show It Off blush and highlight palette. I felt like both the blush shades went on very chalky. They kind of look gray on my skin, and the highlighter was not impressive to me. I know it looks like it has a good glow to it, but it is very like choppy. So it's not creamy at all. It doesn't go on smoothing. I just wasn't impressed with this. So none of those worked out for me. The blushes didn't work out for me. I had to go in with this e.l.f. Putty blush. This is in Tahiti. I really needed to add more color, and I think this did the job. But yeah, this is just not impressive to me at all. I would not recommend it to any of you. So yeah, this was a big fail for me. So other than that, I am very impressed with these LA Colors products. I really enjoyed trying every one of them and sharing them with you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that you guys will know when I put out a new video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and we will see you soon.